Hey, what's up, guys? Man, what a great day today. Sun's moving up high in the sky. It's almost 10 a.m. A little late getting out of here. Clear skies, not too hot, no wind. Feels like it might be a scorcher today. But anyhow, I'm standing here in front of these beautiful pieces of machinery. Man, just look at them. Every time I come out here, I get super excited because I know I'm getting closer and closer to having all of my trucks running. So here's what's happening right now. I need one big Cam Cummins engine, one 3406 Caterpillar engine, and either a 12.7 Detroit, a 3406E, a C15, or something to go in Crystal. And I'm getting anxious, and I should have already had that done, but you know, money's tight right now, and so I haven't been buying any big stuff for the trucks, but we really need to get these things done. These trucks got to get done because I need to prioritize the restoration. I got a paint job to do on Trisha, and I got a bunch of work to do to Black Betty, and I'd really like to have all of the trucks where I can jump in, turn the key, start, run, and drive. Now, today we're just going to clean up the mess that is 11. We'll get in there and we'll scrape down the frame, scrape down the suspension, scrape down the transmission, clean up the oil dry mess, move this engine block onto the trailer with the 3406 block that's in there, and get that ready to go down to the scrap yard tomorrow. We'll be getting rid of these two blocks, and then we'll get the driveway and the frame and the transmission all sparkle buggy with pressure washer, the hot water pressure washer. The shop's a mess. I put 2 pallets of parts in there, and so now my walkway is gone. So we've got to do a little reorganization. I might purchase a 20-foot container. We'll have to see how that goes. But anyways, let's get after something, huh? All right, so a couple things we need to do. I gotta find some rubber gloves real quick. The shop is at an all-time overfull status, and so I'm gonna have to get to work today and get some stuff moved around. I really need a container, but I just don't think there's any way I can get one right now. I got some money saved up for an engine, and I don't want to spend engine money on a container, but I think I might have to. So we'll have to see how it goes. But right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grease up this camshaft and wrap it up. And then I'm going to build a stand for it so it can stand straight up and down. I think I'll lay that camshaft on that pallet. All right, so that's good for now. The important pieces are greased up. Camshaft, crankshaft. And I think the crank is sitting on enough of itself that I don't have to worry about any kind of bending or warping. Ideally, I think you should probably strap a crankshaft up, but I don't know. The best thing to do is have it sitting in a block. Camshaft, some of the weight of the camshaft is off the camshaft, but not really. So what I'll probably do is block it up with some stuff. I don't know. I don't think I have to worry about it bending. I was going to put the camshaft in this box, but I think what I'll do is not. Alright. What I'm doing is I'm just stripping the last little bit of stuff off this. And all these plugs, you know, it's good to save them all and stuff. That's a square, so I can't get that one probably. I think I'm going to try and get this pin out. I doubt that'll happen. We may try it though. Alright, let's go to the other side. It's nice to gather up all those miscellaneous fittings. These are piston oilers, and so one of the things about a Cummins that I like is you can change these things from the outside instead of having to do it from the inside. You know what I mean? All right. cooler. Ain't that interesting? Yeah. Oh. Huh. Which one you guys didn't tell me that was heavy? Okay, so yesterday I filmed about 4 hours of this stuff, and well, no audio on any of that. So basically I'm just gonna review real quick what we're doing. This engine was ejected in a crash. There was a bunch of stuff that was broken. I did have it running at one point in time, but just on starting fluid. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up some of the stuff. I've changed the air compressor, which ended up being just for no reason at all. But anyways, I changed the air compressor. I'm going to put the injection pump on today. I'm going to clean this area of the block, get the injection pump on. I'm going to fix up some of these oil lines. This line right here is a pretty important line. It feeds oil to the injectors, so does that down there. This is an STC motor, which basically means it's step timing control. Cummins motors, the ignition timing, the injector timing is retarded, and it causes it to smoke when it starts. All Cummins smoke when you start them. This is a step timing control motor designed to not smoke when it starts, but that system never really did work well as far as I'm concerned. I was looking for some brake cleaner. I'm just going to try and clean up this area of the block where we won't be able to get to after we put the pump on. Loosen that stuff up with that brake cleaner, and then we're just going to go in and rub it down. Now, I'm not trying to get it flawless. I just want to get the majority of the heavy stuff off. Again, because we won't be able to get to this part once the pump's on. And the reason this engine is so nasty is because it had that insulation on it, which I still don't understand what Cummins was trying to do. But whatever. I am going to pressure wash this engine again when it gets installed or right before we install it. So I'm not aiming for perfection on this wipe down. I'm just trying to get some of the bigger stuff off, you know what I'm saying? And most of this is just from that insulation. Not sure what caused the lack of audio yesterday, so it could happen again today. I'm trying these new microphones, and maybe I just ran the battery dead yesterday. I'm not 100% sure. I might have to get a gasket for this pump. Okay, so let's see, what is, it has a gasket. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to keep that gasket on there. I'm just going to add a little bit of this. And that's basically just to keep the spacing. Let me see. Can a guy remember? Can a guy remember what goes where? Probably not. This thing had one special fastener. Not that. This is the one fastener that's special. Okay. My bucket let me down. My bucket let me way down. That's rude. That was really rude. I mean, I'd never let my bucket down like that. All right. Now we're going to have to mentally regroup there just a little bit. Hopefully you guys got that on there. I lost my special bolt. Man, that was crazy, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh boy. Some days the pain is too much to bear. You know what I mean? These Cummins bolts that need special cropping them. It's really irritating, just saying. I think this is a advance, and I think this goes to the bottom of the intake manifold, and I think it advances the timing with boost or something. I don't know. Retards the timing with boost. I don't know. This is a 12 point, and this thing literally turns at 1 point, and you got to go all the way up against the motor. It's really super annoying. This is the bolt that most people leave out. And I know why, because it's a pain in the ass. Same with that bottom bolt on the compressor. I would hate to have to try and change a compressor in the truck. That would be no fun at all. I almost think you got to take the timing apart. I'm going to talk to my Cummins guy, just ask him if there's secret tricks. There probably is. All right, that's just gonna get. All right, so we need some air, so I'm gonna turn the compressor on. I'll be back. All right, so I think this line is not anything to do with the STC. So I think I'm going to take this line off and just plug that. And if later there's a need for it, well, I'll put it back on. But I just don't think there is. Yeah, I don't think that Cummins would have done that. All right, so hopefully we still have. Hopefully we're still recording. That'd be super cool. I think this is just a oil pressure port, and I think that's what they had on there was oil pressure gauge. I'm sure. All right, okay. So I think these are standard. This needs to get worked on right here, so we're gonna look at that. We'll get it out of this and we'll pinch that thing back around. All right, so so far this is what's going on. We got we have the same problem we had before. I need a tech call with somebody who is smarter than me, so I'm waiting for them to reply. But I'm not able to put any air pressure through the heads on this motor through the fuel line. So I'm just going to continue going. There's a chance that we may have to take these heads off. There may be something blocking that fuel. I don't know yet, and I'm not going to get all worked up about it. I'm going to go ahead and plumb up the coolant lines to the compressor. It's not going to be easy because, you know, I did this a little bit weirdly. But so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this, and then I'm going to use the force. I'm going to move this fitting into alignment. Probably not the way that is recommended in the manual. I think for the most part this engine's fine. I did find a piece yesterday that's broke, and it's a big job to change it. So I think I'm just gonna roll the dice on getting it to not leak. And if that's the case, then good. And if not, then we'll take it back apart. Okay, and I think this is the one that comes across the top. I don't see a rubber in this. This one may be the one that was on it. Looks like it's been damaged a little bit. Yeah, I don't see any rubber in here. I will try and find the one that came off this motor. All right, so we've got to take this manifold off. It's kind of in the way, and we're going to take that dipstick tube off as well. Because it's definitely not what we're looking for. And also I'm going to take this plate off the side and put the one off the forward on there. Ouch. Something right there is sharp as glass. I mean, maybe even sharper than glass. Yep, piece of glass. Yeah, that's funny. Who would have thought that I could have put my finger right on a piece of glass? Glass everywhere in this thing. It's crazy. All right. All right, I'm going to take this water manifold off since I'm right here anyway. And we'll see if the other one will fit. Because of these STC oil lines, we're not able to get this water manifold on here. We might be able to move that down, but I don't think so. This is a real shame right here because I don't see a fix. Now I could find some non-STC heads. I don't want to use the heads that came off this motor because I think they're cracked. And that's really sad. I don't really know what to do. When I try and put this big bulky water manifold in there, it hits this line. So I think what I'll do is take that off just to see if it fits without it. But this, I need this. This is super important. I need it for that truck. It's pretty unfortunate, actually, because that could be a hard stop on the project. But I'm gonna take this off and just make sure that fits. 7/16. I could have taller caps made. I mean, that's going a long ways to get the job done. Put that right there for now. Let's see if this fits. It should, because I don't think there's much of a difference. But nope, it doesn't even fit without that, so it's really weird, right? If I have to, I can make a grommet that will work in there. It doesn't have to be this big bolty. I can drill that out, scab the wire through it. It's plastic anyway. Oh boy. I just wonder, this is not going to work either. I just wonder if I can eliminate that STC. All right, so I don't know if you guys can see good or not. But here's what we're up against. We've got to change this engine from low flow to high flow, which is not necessarily a big deal. The problem is that these rocker boxes and jakes are made for an STC engine, and the STC engine uses oil pressure to advance and retard the timing of the fuel delivery. The biggest problem is this is the manifold that goes up front here. And this manifold fits just fine with slight modifications, but this manifold hits the jake housing, and I can fix that. But the problem is there's absolutely nothing I can do about the STC, because it will not fit between this giant water housing and I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Now I could modify this housing. I don't know how much space I have to do it. Why? I've ground off those parts I thought might give us a problem, and I may have went a little thin there, but let's see what we got. All right, so now we have the space on the top. We're gonna need to get deeper. Well, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do anything about that. If I could take those injectors out, put a set of 400 injectors in, standard rockers and rocker boxes. And I could just plug up all that oil stuff. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nobody likes that. Come on. Okay. Never want to be in this position again. 304, 6780. 306, 85, 851. All right, let's look. So this has a big flat surface on it. that those don't have. Yeah. This is nice. And then this over here is flat, so you can use either gasket, I think. And then I think you can just take these I think these injectors can just come right out of there, and it'll be fine with a regular injector. This has the different style push rods like the 88NT. And what I'm doing, I know you guys probably can't even see, what I'm trying to do here is see if I can convert this engine into a non-STC engine by changing over to the old style injectors. I don't know that that's a thing. I'm going to take an injector out. I'm going to look at the hole. I'm going to take an injector out of the other motor and look at the hole. It looks like it's not going to be the same. So I don't think I can do it. And then my next step is going to be to drop everything all over the floor. What I think is going to happen is it's going to have that's going to be the other bolt hole, and they use this grommet sort of thing to stick that in there. And if that's the case, then I may be able to use these heads with a regular injector and a different rocker box. It's going to probably change all the ratios of everything and make it a big goat rodeo. This is super annoying though. I'm running out of spots to put shit. I need a pair of needle beaks. This little rubber grommet is the hardest thing I've ever worked on. That's not true. You know it, but it's the hardest thing I've worked on in the last hour. Okay, so it is the bolt hole that I was thinking it was. Ejector cup looks fine. Okay, so we're gonna put some injectors in. I have one set of injectors. We're gonna put a set of injectors in, and we're going to put a rocker box on and a rocker box gasket and a jake, and then we're gonna see what we can see. Yep. All right, so that'll work. Which leads me to believe that we're going to be okay changing this motor back over. Now, doesn't mean we are. You guys all know that nothing's ever that easy. But I'm going to take one of these injectors out. And we'll double duty. We're going to see what it is, and we're going to see how it fits. It is a 305 9424R 156BK H254. Now, I don't believe there's a direction that this needs to go in other than the pointy side down. So, okay. All right. Now there's a torque for that. It's not 50 foot-pounds, it's less than that. So we are a little bit snug. But we'll put the right amount of torque on it when we install that valve or that injector. Good. All right, so now we got to find, I have two injectors laying around. We're going to find them. We're going to see what number they are. We're going to hope they're the same number as the ones that were in that 350. They won't be. But what we're going to do is we are going to, it ain't easy being pretty, that's for sure. I wanted to just convert this over, get it running, and slap it in that truck this week. But that's not going to happen now. We're going to have to get some gaskets. We're going to have to find some parts, some injectors. We're going to have to put this thing together. And then see if it'll run. I'm not really sure. I believe the push rods and everything are going to work. I think the distance here is going to be made up with the longer plunger rod. I think we don't have to worry about anything. I know how to do the overhead, so we'll just do the overhead. Sucks setting injectors, but that's okay. This gives me an opportunity to take these cross tubes out and see if we can get some air / fuel flow through these heads. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the rest of these off. First, I'm going to go eat breakfast. Then I'm going to come out and take the rest of these rocker boxes and jakes off and get the injectors out. Figure out what I'm doing for injectors. Might be able to find a set over at JP's. Not really 100% sure. I know at least one of these injectors is bad. I do have 2 new injectors somewhere. I do have to find them. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe. We'll see ya.